Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to the second part of EC2 Instance Scheduler. This is the process we will follow with Systems Manager. In first part of the series, we have done the same process with predefined template, and in this part, we will do that with Systems Manager and Resource Group. This process is a bit complicated than the first one, but I will try to make it as easy as possible for you guys. So we will do everything from scratch and follow the video carefully to set up the whole steps. If you know Systems Manager, then it's fine. Otherwise, you can refer to my other Systems Manager video to get an idea about it. I will also try to give an explanation how Systems Manager is helpful here. Also, if you are new to this channel, kindly like, share, subscribe to my channel and please comment your thoughts on this. So let's go and check it out. So let's check out the part here. What we will do with the EC2 instance scheduling, like we will schedule our EC2 instance to start in a specific time and it stop in a specific time. So in my first video, we have done that with predefined template. Now in this part, as I already said, we will be using Systems Manager. So in Systems Manager, when we will use, this part is a bit complicated, but if you follow the steps right through it, whatever I have followed, the process is very simple. So I will try to explain it one by one. So let's discuss this Systems Manager architecture now. So this is the overall architecture, what it will do. So first of all, if you know Systems Manager, this is fine. If you don't know Systems Manager is a tool from AWS service, which is actually runs to manage our fleet of instances or our servers or everything. You can do patch management there. You can run commands there. You can view your nodes there. You can do various sorts of things there. You can run your operating system level command there, whether it is Linux, Windows and everything. So there are lots of services inside Systems Manager that we can use. So as a whole, it's called Systems Manager. So inside Systems Manager, we can use couple of services and combine them and schedule our EC2 instances to start and stop in a predefined time zone or in a predefined time. So how can we do that? How can we achieve that? So in Systems Manager, there is an option called maintenance window. So enterprises uses this maintenance window. Suppose I need my EC2 instance to be patched in weekends. So we can attach the EC2 instance to the maintenance window on weekends and automate the patching process. So the maintenance window we can attach and the patching will done automatically to the EC2 instances on weekends. So in this part, we will not do patching, rather we will do start and stop. So maintenance window runs on time zone. So if I am in currently Berlin time, German time zone, so I will schedule the maintenance window to run on a Germany time zone. So in that particular time zone, the maintenance window will run. Now maintenance window can run, as I said, maintenance window can run on this time zone, but what it will do? So we have to assign a task to that maintenance window. So this is the task. And this task actually runs on a schedule, whether it is a 5-minute job, whether it will run on every 30 minutes, whether it will run on every 1 hour. So that is a schedule. So don't mix up with time zone and schedule. Time zone is for maintenance window, schedule is for task. So whenever the time zone comes and the schedule time comes, the maintenance window will trigger the task. And that task will hold the definition of what it will do. So the task will actually refer to some predefined template and it will refer to the resource group. We have to create one resource group of our EC2 instances. And then the task will refer to the resource group and run the scripts on all the EC2 instances. Now what is this IAM role doing there? So the task to be run on those EC2 instances, it needs certain permission. So that permission will be given by this IAM role. So this IAM role we have to create, and we have to attach the IAM role to the task. That also we will do. So without this IAM role, this task cannot run the start and stop command on EC2 instances. So in a nutshell, Systems Manager will invoke the maintenance window in a predefined time zone. Maintenance window will run the task in a particular schedule, and the task will run the predefined template with the certain IAM role on the EC2 instances resource group. So everything we will do from scratch. So the predefined template I have not mentioned here, but that also we will create. So now let's go and create it from the scratch. So right now, if you see, I have opened up the AWS Management Console where I will be doing the automation, and I will be using North Virginia region. So first of all, if I see the architecture diagram, we need one IAM role. So first of all, I will create one IAM role for this task. So let's go ahead to IAM roles and then create role. So within that create role, if you see, we have to create a role for the systems manager task. So what we need in AWS service as a trusted entity is systems manager. So we will select systems manager and the first one, and then next. This permission is very much important. So AWS has a predefined permission for systems manager, this automation maintenance window to run. We will select that policy itself. So if you search with SSM here, and then we see that Amazon SSM automation role, this is the role that we will be using. And if I select this role and click on next, I just wanted to see that what is it actually. So if I open this permission policy in a different window, we will be able to see the JSON policy of that. And in the JSON policy, we can see that EC2 describe run instance, stop instance, describe instance status, uh, describe tags, everything is there. So whatever it needs for an EC2 to start and stop instances, it has the permission policy. So this policy we will be using, and it has a assume role policy of principle of SSM Amazon AWS.com. This is fine. What I need to do, I need to give the role a name. So I will give it a SSM automation. That's fine. And I will create the role. So the SSM automation role is created. If I search, let's see. So this is my role. This role is created. And inside this role, I can see the permission. And the permission is EC2 start and stop instances is there, and SSM permission is also there. This is fine. Now, if I go back to the architecture diagram, my IAM role is done. Now what we have to do, we have to create one. So first of all, we will not create the maintenance window, this part. We will create this part first. So we will spin up couple of EC2 instances, and then we will attach to those instances to the resource group. So let's go to EC2 console, and then instances, launch instances. I will select as I need 2 instances, and I will select my operating system as Linux, and then I don't need key pair right now, so I will select proceed without key pair, and I will select T2 micro. So if you want to be in free tier, please select T2 micro, and then I will launch the instances. So my instance has been launched or is launching. So right now everything is in pending status. Now, if you know resource group is a service where we can group our resources based on tags. What we will do, we will select the first EC2 instance and we will tag them. So right now the only tag is there is name Linux. I will add another tag. So I will add the tag called stage, maybe production. This is my production environment, and I will give the tag. So this tag for the first instance is there. I will select the second instance as well and give the same tag. I will add a tag called stage, and here it is prod. Now my both instance has been tagged with production. So I am assuming that both of the instances are production instances. So that's why I have tagged with prod. Now my EC2 instances are spin up. Now what we have to do, we have to create one resource group with the EC2 instance. So I will select here or search here with resource group, and I will select the service, and here I will select create resource group, and I will select tag based resource group, or I will create tag based resource group. And while creating tag based resource group, I have to select what type of resource I will be grouping. So if I type in EC2 and there is this property AWS EC2 instance, I will select this, and then tag, it will come automatically. So if I go down, I see that stage tag key is already there because I have tagged my EC2 instance already with stage tag. So it will populate that. So I will select stage, and the value also it will populate automatically, and that I will select prod. That means any EC2 instances which is a tag key stage and a value prod, it will show up here. So I can preview that. So if I just clicked on this preview group resources, and it grouped the resources, these two EC2 instances, it came up. This is fine. Now I have to select one group name. Now I will select as EC2 prod group. Similarly, you can create one development group, testing group, or whatever it is. So this is fine. Now my tag based resource group is done. I will select create group. So my tag based EC2 prod group is created. Two instances are there. That means my resource group is created. Fine. Now the main part we are going to do is systems manager maintenance window. Now let's go to systems manager. So I will select systems manager, and then maintenance window. In the left hand side under change management, you will be able to find maintenance window here. If I select this, now I will select create maintenance window. So I will create a maintenance window, and the maintenance window needs a time zone. So right now I am in Berlin time zone or Germany time zone. So I will select Berlin as my time zone. So first of all, I have to give this maintenance window name. So what is the concept? So I will create two maintenance windows. One is for starting the instances, one is for stopping the instances. You can do both of them in same maintenance window. Task is different, but to make it very easy, to make this video very easy, I will create two maintenance window for two tasks. That means for starting, one maintenance window will spin up, and for stopping, another maintenance window systems manager will kick in. So first of all, let's create for start EC2 instances. Start EC2. This is my start EC2 maintenance window. And right now I will not allow the unregistered target. So whatever is registered only by this task or the resource group, that only needs to be registered here. I will not allow unregistered target here. Fine. Now, as I said, it needs a scheduler. So how or when the task will run. So I will schedule it daily, and in that daily, I will suppose I will just give it as 9 a.m. This one I will change because for testing, if I give 9 a.m. in the morning, if you see the time now, this is 8 p.m. evening. So it's not, I have to wait for 12 hours for this video to complete. So anyway, I will have to change this one. Maybe I will, when my time zone is near, or maybe when the time is near, I will change the time. So by default, for starting of the EC2 instances, I will give it as 9 a.m. So we are assuming every day at 9 a.m. the maintenance window will run. Now the duration, so AWS is asking, okay, so at 9 a.m. for how much duration you want me to run this maintenance window? 1 hour is fine, but to be on safer side, I will give it as 2 hours. And stop initiating tasks. This is the concept called when is the last time the maintenance window should kick in. So basically, if I give 2 hours, this should be 1 hour before the task closed. That means I will give 1 hour. So suppose right now is 8 p.m. and if it runs for 2 hours, that means it will run for 10 p.m. and after 9 p.m. the maintenance window will stop kicking in. So this is fine. You can also give the window start date and end date here as predefined, but I will select the cron job here. Now the duration I have given, and the scheduler time zone. This is the one that the scheduler time zone will happen, and this is the one where I will select my Berlin time zone. This is fine. So this is the maintenance window that I am creating with start EC2 instances every day at 9 o'clock. Duration is 2 hours and 1 hour before it will stop kicking in for Europe and Berlin region, and I will create the maintenance window. Fine. Now I will create another maintenance window for stopping EC2 instances. Now let's create another maintenance window for stop EC2. Everything is same. I will unselect the allow unregistered target. I want to select daily. For stopping, I wanted to give it here as every day at 5 p.m. So every day at 5 p.m. I want this maintenance window to run, and this maintenance window will run a task which will stop the instances. So that means after office hours, it will be stopped. And for duration, I will give the same parameter 2 and 1. Fine. And the time zone is same. Sorry, Berlin. This is fine. Now I will create the maintenance window. This is fine. So my two maintenance windows are created. We are good with this maintenance window. Now the next part is task. Let's create the task. So how can we create it? So if I go inside the start EC2 instances, this maintenance window, we have two parameter. One is task, one is targets. Right now, both of them are empty. So what does it mean? So task means what task we have to run within this maintenance window. So we have created the maintenance window, but this maintenance window does not know at 9 a.m. what it should do. It has a blank task. So it will start and it will do nothing and it will sleep. So we have to give him a task that at 9 a.m. do this job. This maintenance window do this job on this target and stop it. So as this is start EC2 instances, we have to register the targets, and then we have to register the target to the task, and then the task will be triggered by the maintenance window. So let's go to our console first, and then we go inside this start EC2 again, and we have this two window which is called tasks and target. So task we will select after we create the target. So for targets, we have to register the target first, and based on what we will register the target, based on resource group that we have created. So we have to give the target a name called, we have to give the target name. Let's give the target name as EC2 target. And then description is optional, owner information is optional. Then specify instance tag. Now to register the target, we have three options. Specify instance tag, choose manually, and choose a resource group. So as we have already created a resource group, we need to select the resource group here. So choose a resource group, and the resource group will be populated here, EC2 prod resource group, and the resource types that we have to give. And the resource type also, it is populated here, AWS instance, EC2 instances. And then we will register the target. So as soon as I register the target, you will be able to see that EC2 target is the target name, and the two target has been identified. This two target is actually my EC2 instances. Now my target registration is done. My maintenance window is there. My target registration is done. All we have to do is link up the maintenance window with the resource group. So we have to create a task for that. So we go here and we register a task, register automation task, and then we have to select a name. Then I will give start EC2. This is fine. And the description is optional. And then I will select the automation document. So what is automation document? So AWS automation document, if you go here on the left hand side, this is the document section. So AWS automation document has a predefined template document which is used to run some operating level system command. So there are a couple of categories for that. Owned by Amazon, that is predefined template by AWS. You can create your own template. So if you don't know about documents, Systems Manager documents, please refer to my other video about how AWS Systems Manager documents works, and you will get an idea about what is the AWS document and how to use it. So one can share any AWS document with me. That will come up here with another account ID, and we can select some documents as favorites one that we use frequently, and this will show us all the document. This is the overall concept of documents. So as I said, so it has, AWS have a predefined document for starting and stopping EC2 instances. So as the task is for start EC2 instance, so we will select the start document. So there is a process of searching the document here. So we can search it with the name prefix equals. So AWS start. This is the one, and then this is the one, AWS start EC2 instance. I will select this one. So if I go inside the document, we will be able to see what is it inside the document. So this document actually start the EC2 instances, and the steps involved is the instance IDs and desired state is running. What does it mean? If we go to content, we will be able to see that the main steps. These are the main steps, and it will start instances. And the action is AWS change instance state, and the desired state is running. And the input parameter it takes as instance ID. What does it mean is that if there are any instances which are in stopped status, it will change the state of the instance and it will make it as running. So this is the document actually does. And this document is a predefined document, and we will use this document. So the document version is by default 1, and then the register target group. So as we have created already the target group, it already selected. So this is the EC2 target where we have registered 2 EC2 instances. This is fine. We will select this one. And then here it comes the instance IDs. So this part is very important. So instance IDs, it takes as an input parameter. As it is an automation, you cannot provide the instance ID in a manually way. So we have to give some steps so that, or we have to give some parameters so that the instance IDs can be taken up by this task from the maintenance window. So for this, we have one pseudo parameter. So the pseudo parameter that we have to refer here is that resource underscore ID. So the resource ID is the one where it will get the all instance ID, and it will give the input, it will give it as an input parameter to the task. So this is fine. So if you want to know more about the pseudo parameter, let me know. AWS has a very good documentation about the pseudo parameter. You can refer to that. I will link the documentation in my description box. Also, it needs the automation assume role. So if you remember from the step 1, we have created this SSM automation role for our task. So we have to select this ARN. We have to first inside go to the role, the one that we have created, and copy this ARN, and then come back here and give the ARN here. That's it. Now the rate control. The rate control is that how many target at a time it should run the document. So I will select as 2, and the error threshold, suppose for one instance it is going to have one error, or it is finding one error. So I want to stop this document from running. So this is fine. Now the AWS service ring load, I will not give it anything here. So AWS will pick it up on behalf of me. So that's it. So that's it to create a task. Now I will register the automation task. Now my task is registered. What I will do now, I will go back to the maintenance window and check it from my architecture diagram. So I have a systems manager which has a maintenance window. This is my maintenance window for start EC2. Inside my maintenance window, I need one task which will target the resource group. So I have this task which I have created, which is targeting. It has one target, and what is the target? This target is the resource group. This resource group has 2 instances. So that means at every day 9 o'clock it should start automatically. The maintenance window should run, and whatever instances it will find at stopped, it will start the instances. So my start instance is done. Start maintenance window is done. Now let's go back to the stop one. So my stop EC2 instance, currently it has no task, no target. So first of all, let's register the target. Sorry. So this is same. So the target name is or what we can do here is that target name is optional. So I can give stop EC2 and then choose a resource group, and the resource group, it will populate here AWS EC2 prod resource group that we have created, and then EC2 AWS EC2 instances. This is the instance type, and then I will register the target. This is the similar process that we have done for start. So currently 2 targets are being created. This is fine. 2 EC2 instances has been targeted. Now create the task similar way. So register automation task, and this is for stop EC2. Instead of, now comes the fun part where we will select AWS stop. So there is another document. I have done one mistake, spelling mistake here. So AWS hyphen stop. This should come up the document. So this is the one, AWS stop instance. So if I go inside the document and go to the content, I can see that stop instance. So the stop instance is the name. So the action is change instance, and only the desired state is stopped. And it has a force stop option. So in force stop, there is only one extra parameter, where is that check state only, which is false. So instead of any state, like whether it is pending or anything, so it will stop the instance at this time. This is called a force stop. So this is what we will be selecting the document, and it is the platform type is Windows, Linux, Mac OS. This is fine, and the document version is 1, task priority is 1, that is fine, and the registered target. So the target is the registered one where we have created. So this is the one we are selecting. Same way, we have to give the pseudo parameter as resource ID and the ARM of the IAM role that we have created. This is also, if you remember the IAM role policy, it has start instance, it has stop instance. So this role policy will work for us. I will give the same role policy, and this is the same target at a time 2 target, and error threshold is 1. And service linked role, I will not give anything, all is fine. So I will register the automation task. So this registered the automation task, it has a stop EC2 automation task, and it will target this resource group. Fine, everything is done. So my maintenance window is there. Now comes the testing part. So how we will do testing. So now the architecture diagram is complete. So systems manager has a maintenance window. It has a task. It will target the resource group with the tag, and the IAM role is also linked. Now the only thing that we have to change is the time zone. Now, if I go back to the maintenance window, and if I see currently the time zone, currently the Berlin time is kind of 8:33, and my instances, my EC2 instances are already running. So what I will do, I will I will change the stop maintenance window time. So as it is already running, so my desired state will be stopped to test my automation. So I will go to the stop EC2 instance. I will go inside of it, and I will edit this one. And while editing, what I will do in the cron rate scheduler, I will change this one. So right now it's 8:34 p.m. I will change this to maybe 35, and at 8. So after 1 minute, it will trigger and it will stop the instances. So I will save changes. So let's wait for 1 minute. So if I again go inside of it, I see that at 8:35 it should stop the instances. Right now it's 8:34, and if I go to my EC2 instances, and let's refresh this one for a couple of minutes. Now we see that after refreshing a couple of times at 8, right now the time is 8:36. So it took actually 1 minute, and it is stopping the instances at 8:36. So at 8:36, it's automatically stopping the instances. That means our stop EC2 instances, this stop EC2 instance, this job ran. This job ran at 8:35, and it stopped the EC2 instances. So how it stopped? Right now, all my instances are stopped. It stopped basically because my tag are prod. So this stage is my tag name is stage prod. That means this is the this is the way it actually took the resource group, and from the resource group it came to the instances, and it stopped them. Fine. Now another part is that we have to check if our start EC2 instance is running or not, right? So right now, let's see. Our time is 8:37. Now let's go back here, and our start EC2 instance, if we go here and edit this one, the cron expression, and let's give it a time similar to very short time here, like 37. Let's give it 39, maybe 39 at 8 o'clock in the evening. So at 8:39, it should automatically start the instances again. So I will save changes. So this is the time it shows in UTC time at 6:39, which is 2 hours before us. So right now it is 8:37. So I have to wait for 2 minutes more, and then I will come back and show you that it automatically started the instances. I can see in time it's already hit 39. It's already 8:39, and I will try to refresh this couple of times, and let's see when it gets started. Okay, now I can see the instances are in pending status. The time is 8:39. Everything is in order, and my instances are starting up. It is in pending status, and the instance will start up. That means at 8:39, my automation of start EC2 instances kicked in, and it started the instances one by one. It is starting the instances one by one. Right now, one is pending. Both of them are running. So both of the instances has been started. So this is very useful. We have done that. This is the second part where we are using the systems manager to start and stop EC2 instances automatically. This is very useful. So in the first part, we have done it with the predefined template, which is also very flexible, but it has also kind of dependency on dynamodb table, lambda, but it is easy. If you want to change the date time, you can just do it in the dynamodb table and everything will be done automatically. I feel like that systems manager architecture, this architecture is a bit difficult, or rather than the one in the standard template, but anyway, whatever you guys are feel like, whatever it is easier for you, you can use it. Both of the process I have defined in this playlist. Please go check it out. So I hope this video is informative for you, and you enjoyed this video. So this part, actually, the systems manager automation, starting and stopping EC2 instances, is very much useful in every organization. I have seen many organizations have done that with the predefined template or the systems manager automation. Why they do that? Basically, the main component of that is to reduce the cost of EC2 instances. So if you just left it open one EC2 instances and you are already over using your budget, then EC2 instances can be very pricey. So what you can do, you can just create a maintenance window, or you can create one automation like that and stop the EC2 instances whenever you are not using that. So if it is an application called 24/7 application, you cannot do that, because that needs to be done on EC2 instances that is running for 24/7. Then my suggestion would be not to do the application in an EC2 instances. So if you want 24/7 instance, then it's better to do it in the serverless way, rather than just put the 24/7 server in your cloud, and it will consume the whole time frame. Rather than if you do it in a serverless, whatever transactions are going on within that time frame in a 24/7, you have to pay for that without giving the whole 24/7 price. So this is just a suggestion. So this is how you do it. And if you want to do if you want to schedule your instances to be down in a particular time after business hours, you can check this out, or you can do in a similar process like that. So again, I hope you like this video. If you are new to this channel, kindly like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Give your thoughts in the comment section. How do you want to improve this video, or how do you want to learn more? I will be back with another exciting video. Till then, take care. Goodbye.